The next test is the preferred eye test. Now, I prefer to use the term preferred eye instead of dominant eye. You hear a lot of people talking about dominant eye. I don't like that to use that term because it implies strength. Now, the previous test we did establishes which eye is stronger than the other, if there is indeed one eye stronger than the other. Many people are perfectly even-sighted. Even if both eyes are weak, sometimes a person's eyes are the same strength. Now, the strongest eye does not mean that it's the dominant or preferred eye. What do we mean by dominant or preferred eye? If I give you a pen and ask you to write something with one hand, you would choose your preferred hand. In the same way, if we force you to use one eye on an exercise, you would choose the preferred eye. The classical test for that is to place the finger over the cue ball here next to the cushion, close one eye and establish, okay, with which eye open is the finger covering the cue ball. In this case it's my right eye. However, this can be influenced by your body position and which hand you use to line up to the cue ball and cover the cue ball. So it's not as reliable as a test as forming a small circle between the two hands, finding the cue ball in that circle quickly and bringing it toward your face. I do get the same reading, right-eyed, because I've done this test so many times, so I know how to do it properly, but it's very easy for the first time doing it to get mixed up with this method. You can see many players end up twisting their body, and that can influence incorrectly what eye is determined as preferred. Now, the interesting thing is that probably 10% of the players I do this test with, their preferred eye is weaker than the other one. That's why I don't like to use the phrase dominant eye, because the preferred eye does not mean that it's the stronger eye. And the classical mistake that I see in coaching is to do this dominant eye test or preferred eye test. Based on that answer, the coach will tell the student, right, put your cue directly under that eye. It's not the only factor that determines where a player's vision centre is. You can train the eyes to recognise an angle, especially when someone's younger. So if you force someone who's very young to adopt a certain head position, their eyes can adjust over time, but it's far easier to find out where the player's natural vision centre is and work with that. So that the difference in height that I played there was probably only 2 millimetres or so. This is the Snooker Gym Player of the Year for 100 break players. You come to a stop in a controlled way and begin the delivery in a controlled way as well.